welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man that just got finished feeding a very weird aquatic sea beast in a gigantic fish tank. It's Norbert Morvan.
Who's the master?
Sho'nuff.
Am I the meanest?
Sho'nuff.
Am I the baddest?
Sho'nuff.
Am I the toughest mofo low down around this town?
Bruce Leeroy could kick your ass.
What?
Watching this movie, and you know what, I've been talking about this lately, about movies that you can watch a lot. And what I really like about this movie, and this sounds weird, but like movies like A Knight's Tale, or for me, Too Fast, Too Furious, Evolution, movies like that where there's not, okay, I'm just saying in their world, the stakes aren't tremendously high, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just nice personal journeys with really enjoyable people. And I love how breezy you can just watch The Last Dragon. You got the music, you have the the musical scenes, and then the different moments where he meets the dudes dancing outside, some dumb guy. It's just I don't know, you can just watch it. You can put The Last Dragon on, and it's so well made. There's so much personality to it. It's breezy, and that's not an insult. I love hangout movies.
No,
it's a hangout movie. That's what it is. That I couldn't articulate that better earlier. But Last Dragon to me is a hangout movie, and I find the character of Leeroy Green, Bruce Leeroy, he's so earnest. And yes, it was his first performance, and the director during the commentary, he's like, he couldn't say can't. So whenever you hear him in this movie, he's like cannot. He's like do not. He's like don't. He's like, that's what we had to spend the time on. But just, he's such an earnest, welcome presence. And there aren't many characters like him. And it's so refreshing and just a character level. He's a good kid, a good man. Mm-hmm. Well, he's like 19, I guess. So is he a kid or a man? Nice man.
He's 19, so old enough to vote, not old enough to drink.
Yeah, so is that a teenager? He's a nice teenager.
He's a teenager, yes, that's right.
He's super earnest. He's really dedicated his life to martial arts. He's very naive. I want you to teach me. And I got this friend.
Show me some moves.
Yeah, I got some friends, and I got this friend, and he needs. And she's like, "I'll teach you some moves."
Oh my god! Oh god! And when she said that, oh my god! Oh my god!
He's just this good kid. He's a good. I don't know. He's a good kid. His students love him.
Yes.
I mean, I love Ernie Reyes Jr. in this movie, too. Him beating up people when he's little.
This is the thing, man. Ernie Reyes Jr., he shows up in this movie. Not only does he have a sick pop lock package,
yes,
but he is legit. I will kick your ass.
He wipes people.
Yeah, and one of the people that he fights in an extended part of that fight scene when they're fighting in Seventh Heaven, one of the people he fights is his father.
Yes. And they only had 2 days to get a lot of that. So the director, he's talking about how, in the commentary, very good commentary, by the way, by Michael Schultz. And he's still directing. I mean, he's directed some big TV shows. The dude works. It's a shame he hasn't done bigger shows. Car Wash, too. Oh, my gosh. But he's good at hangout movies, right? And I'm not hating on, I'm not saying hangout's a bad thing. I'm just saying watchable slice of life. Like, I don't know. I dig it. But
no, I got you, man.
And also, when I met you in Korea, you were talking to me like, Mark, when you take a broad out, just let her buy a la carte.
You see? There it is, man. A la carte. You know what I'm saying? I told you, you got to know how to deal with these kind of people. You got to wine them, dine them, let them order a la carte, So a la carte is not so much a thing as it used to be because people now, they just order things off of Uber Eats or they go and just buy a buffet. But a la carte, you look at the menu and the menu is a steak that comes with a side of this and a piece of that. So a la carte is instead of ordering the steak, you just want the side and you just pick and choose whatever you want. And they will charge you separately for each piece of thing as opposed to like a big buffet price. It's incredibly expensive. And this is why you let a girl order a la carte, you're a baller. Okay?
No,
you're a baller.
And you're a la carte. It's fine. And also, Angela gets a full character development moment in this movie.
She gets a total arc, yeah. Because it starts off very sexist, very misogynist, and then she just realized, yeah, and you're also getting by on my tears, and I'm leaving you. You know, it's like, yeah, and you root for her because she seems like a genuinely nice person. As Eddie Arcadian begins his descent into madness from arcade mogul, which who's a video arcade mogul anyway?
His name's Arcadian.
His name is Eddie Arcadian, and he owns video arcades. Just on the nose. So as he continues this descent into madness, because not for nothing, Bruce Leeroy absolutely did disrespect him by dunking his head into the piranha tank.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But he took he took that to heart. You know, he's got serious short guy complex issues, and so you know. And
he gets called out for that too. What does she call him? Something like she digs on him when she leaves. She doesn't just leave. She calls him some names, and then ducks out.
He calls her another failed dental hygienist from Kew Gardens, which, by the way, beautiful part of Queens, international population, so many different types of people. You walk around there, it doesn't even feel like you're in New York City. Kew Gardens is lovely. Take the E train, folks.
She calls him a misguided midget asshole.
That's right, misguided midget asshole, also from Kew Gardens. And also getting by on my tits. Yeah, that's right. So it's just brilliant. It's brilliant.
It's this odd movie, though, where she gets a full redemptive arc. And then, oh, man, I have way too many notes here. Who's the guy that just wants to make big noises and not hit people? Then he starts hitting people. His friend.
That is his friend Johnny. Who is the brother of Ernie Reyes' character. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Johnny. He wants to master the art of fighting without knowing how to fight. And he studied his ass off to get that nunchaku scene down because he's sick with the nunchaku. So it's not that he doesn't have the skill. He just wants to be a clown. So he's got a mini arc, too.
There's so many mini arcs. And the boxer guy, why didn't you give me more to do? I could have been a world championship boxer. Well, you lost. You know,
you lost, Rocco. You lost. Every fight I got you lost. I'm sorry. I've been watching this movie for about 30 years. I love it.
And you know what I love, too, is this movie, the script cost, they thought that the script was going to cost too much money. So they're like, you need to cut this script down. And they didn't quite know how. So Michael Schultz and Louis Van Asta, they stayed up all night typing. I don't know if you know this, sorry. And for the listener and you, they stayed up all night typing. Old school computer. We're talking 84, right? They're
a word processor.
Yeah, a word processor. They're up late. They're working hard. They're doing all this stuff. And they get so tired that Schultz ended up deleting 40 pages of the script, and he couldn't get it back. So during the commentary, he said when the guy woke up, they tried to recreate it the best they could, but they could only get 20 pages of it. So then they knocked out just enough to make the movie. And this is a $10 million budget. Let's count some inflation, so maybe 30 million at the time, 25, 30 million. But if you count for inflation on the box office, this is dang near a $100 million movie at the box office. Right. And they said that the majority of the box office came from kids watching it 7, 8, 9 times in a row. This movie was like what? When did you see it in theaters? How old were you?
Once again, I saw this movie, WPIX Channel 11. You're gonna have to do a podcast on that.
So you're watching this, right? What are you thinking? Like, what are you?
The first time you see this movie, all of the beat that hits you, you know, you sure look like a master to me. You just go, oh my God, she's dead, you know. And when he finally realizes that the glow is not some incredibly deep thing, man, it's about just believing in yourself. You have the skills, you have the power, and you get it. This movie has been made 1,000 times. This movie is Rocky. This movie is Rudy. Any of those sports movies where the underdog wins. That's what it's about. And it's so quotable that you go into the theater because that theater scene at the beginning where everybody's yelling and screaming at the screen, 80s New York, 100%. Yeah. Now the breakdancing and whatnot, I mean, that was extra. But people talking to the screen during a movie, no doubt. So you go and you watch this, and I'm sad because I was not old enough in 85 to see this in the theater, but I saw it on TV a year or two later. You go in the theater in New York, you know what I'm saying? Who's the master? I guarantee you, the crowd is answering that call and response. And so that's why this movie's getting watched 1,000 times by the same people.
And it's so smart that they kept saying Sho'nuff because you just remember it. It's such a memorable name. And the actor, too, the dude's 6'7", Julius Carey. Like,
I was about to say, he's bigger than you, man.
Yeah, and he wasn't a martial artist. He was just athletic, and he could act. So he could pull it off that he was. I mean, he throws some good kicks in this movie. And, okay, this is what I wanted to get at earlier, but I severely butchered it. What I like about Leeroy Green, or Bruce Leeroy, is that he's he's naive, right? But he's 19. He's dedicated his life to it. His brother's very entitled towards Vanity, Laura, by the way. It's really...
Yes.
I'm like, that's mine. She's mine. Like, I know he's a kid, but...
Get your hands off my woman! Yeah.
I love... And his brother starts cheering for his brother at the end, but what I like about Leeroy is he's very naive, right? He's very young, learning the world. He hasn't seen much of it, but he's a badass. And so you don't need training montages with him. In the very beginning, he's catching arrows. He's catching arrows in the beginning. So throughout this film, it's just him finding himself. It's not Rudy going on the last play. It's not Rocky, and then Apollo Creed takes him easy. Like, I can win. This is nothing. I'll be fine. That's right. This kid is a face punching, body kicking, legit menace. And
he will murder you if he gets the chance. Yeah.
And also, he really connected with me because, for me, one movie character, I don't know what happened to you, but like I was always a ruffian, man. I was always boxing, wrestling. I was like on the wrestling team. I carried boxing gloves in the back of my trunk. I would box people in backyards. Like, it was Florida. You fight people in anywhere. And so,
it's a little psycho.
Yeah. And cool. So when I saw Say Anything, I saw this character played by John Cusack, who, oh man, the guy from Danny Trejo said that John Cusack's crazy. But when I saw Say Anything, I'm like, this is a nice guy who can beat the living daylights out of people. Like, he's a kickboxer. And so I love that there's a Last Dragon. There's a Leeroy Green, nice kid, beat you up. I like that there's a Lloyd Dobber. And I connected with Goon a lot. That movie with Sean William Scott. Nice dude, beat you up. There's not enough really likable, earnest, good people who can just destroy you in movies.
Everything became anti-hero. That's the problem. The anti-hero thing took over.
And if you're tough, right? If you're in Hobbs and Shaw, it's like, oh yeah, well, I'll beat you like a drum. Yeah, well, you got the balls the size of raisins. And it's like, no, just be a nice guy and beat somebody up. Like, that's why. So if I had to take like nice people who can fist fight, I'm going Leeroy Green, I'm going Lloyd Dobler, and I'm taking Doug Glatt for me because I love that about them. It makes me happy. It's cool. I don't know. Or Jackie Chan from any of his movies.
Well, thing, man, just because you can do a thing doesn't mean that you should. And so Bruce Lee, it's when I say that he lacks confidence, it's not that he doesn't think he can do it. It's just that he doesn't want to do violence and be the aggressor. Yeah. He has learned to master Kung Fu, and he's learned to master karate, Kung Fu, because his trainer's Chinese.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's Kung Fu.
So he's learned to master.
You lizards calling yourself the Last Dragon, or skinny lizards calling yourself the Last Dragon, or giving it a bad name. Kung Fu, bad name. Yeah.
That's right. So he has mastered Kung Fu, and he knows that when somebody goes around, hey, you are square, you are coolie, which by the way is a slur, and they just use it 1,000 times in this movie. We'll get into that later. But yeah, anytime somebody mocks him, I can murder you, but I'm not gonna.
Mm-hmm.
And so it takes the literal destruction of his family business for him to just say, you know what? I can actually defend myself and stand up for myself and not just quote fortune cookie sayings. That's it. And this is why the master sends him on that quest with a belt buckle to find some dumb goy, a man who doesn't exist, because the master realizes, this guy is not only just a virgin, but he's never gone through anything in his life, other than growing up in Harlem in the 80s, which is a lot, by the way. Which is a lot. And that's why when the pizza shop is destroyed and his brother just unloads in that monologue, what's the point of knowing all that Kung Fu jive if you never use it anyway, coward? It really hurts him. And he starts to cry. To his credit, 19-year-old Taimak in his first film actually sheds tears. And his mom gives him a hug because his mom knows this is Harlem. This is the 80s. This is the Reagan era. It is rough. People are broke, you know. Crack is just about to take over. People are hustling. A lot of brothers, 19 years old, like Bruce Leeroy, they're not quoting, you know, Sun Tzu and those type of things and bowing and genuflecting in respect. A lot of brothers are hustling and doing dirt because they feel like they have no choice. Mm-hmm. So he's a diamond out there, man, in the rough. And his mom gives him a hug because, you know what, son, I'm glad that you didn't actually, you know, fall back into doing dirt. You're a good guy, and I love you regardless. And also shout out to moms for throwing pizza dough in people's faces.
That was the best pizza dough throwing I've ever seen in my life. He gets smacked right in the face. Oh, that's
Mom's
beautiful.
Not playing. She was not playing. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, my God. She was getting ready to throw the metal containers at those guys, man.
That's not even mine. And so, you know what's wild, too, about that scene is you felt each table. It was, you felt it. It was really interesting. It was like, when I started a pizza place, people thought I was crazy. But
Yo, people thought I was weird. A black man with a pizza shop. But now everybody in the neighborhood knows the phrase, just direct your pizza to Daddy Green's Pizza. Shout out to Pops, who they absolutely made sure looked like James Evans from Good Times. He has James Evans from Good Times energy, and that was not an accident.
Watching Leeroy Green try to pull that off with his different accents.
Hey, my man, what it look like? Hey, my man, what it look like? And then finally just, hey, my man, what it look like?
They're just dancing. Did you ever wear one of those see-through shirts that one of those guys is wearing? It's a shirt, but it's completely see-through.
It looks like a fishnet?
Yeah.
The fishnet, you don't understand how big, that wasn't big in Florida in the 80s? That was huge in New York, especially if you were in shape.
Florida's just big, like, shirts.
Which is odd because it's incredibly humid in Florida, so I don't understand.
Jinko jeans. Well, I grew up, like, I don't have a good representation of Florida because I do. I grew up in Hudson, Florida, and so I went to Hudson Elementary, Hudson Middle, Hudson High, and then when my dad moved to St. Pete, I'd go there every other weekend. It was like a bigger city, so I had a very, like, and it's much bigger now. It's grown up, but it was a different version of Florida, so I didn't quite, like, I wore jean shorts, like, I wore big shirts. Like, the 90s were big shirts.
Yes,
I would say. And so I just I wore big basketball shirts with ducks exploding through them, or like Godzilla, Charles Barkley wrestling with Godzilla, but 2 sizes too big.
We all made odd choices, man. I played basketball in construction boots more than once, you know? These are weird times.
You know what I think is the good lesson, too, about this movie is I think there's so many people in nowadays when they do something when they don't have to. So let's say you're walking on a trail and there's someone walking in the middle, right? And you're like, that's annoying. So you just walk and you bump into them. You don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, they go out of their way you don't have to. So watching him be this, I think it's a good example. Like, I wish I would have watched it when I was a kid because I was a maniac. Like, just watch the self-restraint. Like you don't have to do this. You don't have to. Like, I think you protect yourself when you learn that you have to. Like, you don't have, like, going out of your way. Like, he didn't have to fight him at the theater. He didn't have to. Right? He didn't have to fight him. But eventually he had to. You have to meet this guy. And I think that's a good lesson to learn where, you're mad at a car, so you cut it off. You don't have to cut that car off. Who knows what they have? Like, it's just, you teach that self-restraint, but also learning when you have to take care of yourself. And I'm telling you, man, I love this character. I know he's a 19-year-old kid, but I like it. Like, it's very, I'm telling you, this movie's a very refreshing experience.
Well, the problem is, this is one of the things that Taimak mentions, that the movie was the way that they've marketed it and the way that they were trying to put it out there, it wasn't conducive to the movie making money. I'm taking this now directly from the epic novel, aka autobiography, Taimak, The Last Dragon. Signed copy from Taimak himself. That's right. That's my man. So what you're saying, where the Rotten Tomatoes critics and the other critics, they just look at this as a quote-unquote black movie, for lack of a better word. And he mentions this. He says, there are some troubles with marketing, though. There was a power struggle between TriStar and Barry on how to market the picture. TriStar wanted to call the movie a black film, quote-unquote, and market it exclusively to African-American viewers. Barry Gordy, however, wanted the film to relate to everyone. And it does. Look how this movie touched you. Is this your first time seeing it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, But even then, the first time you see it, you're rooting for Bruce Leeroy. You know who the bad guys are. You get the idea that this dude can literally kill you with his bare hands, but he doesn't. He has incredible restraint. He's a good guy. So Barry, however, wanted the film to relate to everyone, black, white, young, old, and he felt it would have a wide appeal. Unfortunately, TriStar ignored his advice, ultimately released The Last Dragon without any advertising to the white community. And even still, under these circumstances, the movie enjoyed great success. It reached number 2 in box office sales in the country. He made the cover of many African-American teen magazines. The film was gaining a lot of popularity with African-American fans, but The Last Dragon just wasn't given the opportunity to find a wider audience that it deserved. And this is the thing.
Why argue with Barry Gordy? I mean, he kind of knows what he's doing,
Yeah. How do you not listen to the head of Motown?
Yeah.
He drops another point. He says to stay near the top of weekly box office sales, a film needs to be marketed to the vast American audience, black, white, and everyone in between. A movie like Sylvester Stallone's Rocky didn't have many well-known faces, but the movie was a huge success because of the great story and the fact that it was marketed to everyone. The Last Dragon wasn't marketed to a wide audience, and there weren't any big stars to help get the film any support from the mainstream press. I mean, Vanity, she had the Vanity 6 group, but that was okay. She had left it by the time this movie came out.
I guess you're right about the A-list. Like, let's look at the action movies at the time. View to a Kill, right? You have Bond. Then you have Commando, Rambo First Blood Part 2.
Part 2, yes.
Beyond Thunderdome, like American Ninja. Police Story, but they didn't see that around here.
Right.
I guess Remo Williams, Death Wish 3.
Remo Williams failed.
I mean, Runaway Train was good, but Invasion USA.
There's no way Death Wish 3 made more money than The Last Dragon.
And I guess they were that's the kind of movie that was being released to mass markets at the time. And so this Outlier comes out. It's not a black movie. It's pretty universal, man.
It's not.
I hate that term. It's very reductive. And I don't know.
It is.
That movie Girls Trip?
Yes. That movie's hilarious.
Yeah. And so the director was talking about it, and if you go through a lot of the articles about it, they're like the surprise hit, like the sleeper hit. He's like, I made a ton of successful movies. He's like, look at the cast I have. They made a ton of successful movies. He's like, this isn't a sleeper hit.
Right. It's a slight dig at the movie.
Yeah.
And so this movie becomes a black movie because the cast is predominantly African American. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing, Bruce Leeroy is not the typical black guy from Harlem in the 80s.
Yeah.
So it's not even that, This guy is a fish out of water in his own town. His brother is constantly clowning him. And his parents, they love him. God bless him. His parents love him 100% unconditionally. As much as Richie, his brother, not for nothing, is constantly calling him gay. Yeah. When he's saying that you're weird and you don't know how to use it and you had it locked up so long, you might hurt her if he's just constantly doing these homophobic comments to his brother. Yeah, he rises above all of that. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Peace is my strength. That's what I do. Peace is my strength. He's a good character for all time, I dare say.
I agree. They were telling stories about him walking around Chinatown with that outfit on. And
those guys
in Chinatown, though, they're kind of, I love the switch. They're looking at him, he's looking at them, and they're dancing. The people really enjoy their dancing, by the way.
That is, I don't know how it is in Florida, but that's a big thing in New York. I'm not sure. I haven't been home in a long time, but you get on the train, breakdancing might occur. Things might happen. I myself used to be one of those kids on the train that they used to, I hate that guy. I would just bust freestyle raps with my friends. We would just bang out beats on the door and just start rapping or singing or whatever. This is the way the city's a vibrant, lively place.
See, I grew up on Highway 19, and the only place to get somewhere is to drive. So if people are dancing on the side of the road, it's probably like a meth addict being chased by bees. So I mean, it's yeah. So I'm not saying it didn't happen. Like I actually I did get into a dance off my junior year of high school with a guy that could dance, and I danced terribly in front of the whole school. I just did it. It was bad. But everyone loved it. But everyone loved it because I didn't care. I was like, I was like Leeroy on this. I showed zero self I just could care less. I had fun with it, and everyone's like, "That was fun." And they tried to make me do it again. It didn't work as well. But
I believe in you, and all things are possible.
It was bad.
Through the heart.
I guess this movie it has a good story. It has a good. I mean, Sho'nuff, man, like that's a good villain right there.
Rest in peace, Julius Carey. Also, rest in peace, brother Richie, Leo, brother of Master G.
Oh wow.
From the Sugar Hill Gang. Yeah. So there was hip hop royalty by proxy in this movie.
It's the villain. His shoulder pads. He even had a second in command henchman that was good. I liked all of his like the gang members just threatening, like when the ladies start threatening Leeroy. She's like, ha.
That's right. And to take another quote from the Taimak Gorello book, Taimak the Last Dragon, an autobiography by Taimak, he says, "I will also never forget shooting the scene where Sho'nuff and his gang kick down the doors and make their challenge. Julius and the actors who played his gang stayed in character through the entire time on set, and everyone was intimidated by them." So he was a character actor, man. He was on some real Philip Seymour Hoffman stuff. No one had to act like they were scared. We really were, even the crew members. Julius had a way of capturing your attention I'll never forget, and his performance really taught me how to grab an audience. Rest in peace, Julius.
Taimak was telling a story about how he came in the trailer and was messing with him, and he really pissed him off. So Taimak chased him around the set. So this little 19-year-old chasing this 6'7" guy around the set because he made him that mad. So he pissed him off on set.
He looks massive when they have that final fight in the warehouse.
Yeah, dude. And he's jacked for like 6'7". He could have been an action star.
Does he look massive? But he's lean.
Yeah.
Cut. He's cut like Brad Pitt in Snatch in Fight Club.
Mm-hmm.
Just smooth and just terrifying. You wouldn't know that he didn't know how to do martial arts because the way he does his hands, the sneer, his posture, he was brilliant. And also, perhaps the most quotable movie of 1985 is The Last Dragon. What, you got a favorite quote?
Oh,
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
I couldn't even, oh man.
I'll give you a few. He bursts into the movie theater, right? While people are watching the Bruce Lee flick, Game of Death, classic, okay? He bursts in the theater. He does his "Who am I?" Sho'nuff call and response. And then Beast, out of nowhere, just says, "That's the only guy that stands between show and total supremacy." And I'm like, supremacy of what?
Yeah, what?
What is there some underground fight thing going on? And then you realize Sho'nuff actually does have a fight club where he just beats the life out of people.
They're doing up or down with the thumbs, and he just punches them. Kiss my Converse.
There's a quotable right there.
And I love when that guy's getting beat up, and his girlfriend's like, "Don't hurt that face, baby." And she's like, "Oh,
yes. Credit to representation.
Yeah. Go fix your face." Well, the director said in that audience, he went and would watch movies downtown, and he would see some of these Bruce Lee movies, and he's like, everybody was there. Everybody. Like, everyone was watching it. And so he wanted to make sure the theater represented that. And so it was fun. Like, everyone's just, that one dude, that big burly guy with the pink third of a shirt.
Yes, the tank top. That is not unusual for New York, man. It's not unusual. That movie is such a snapshot of New York across a wide variety of cultures. This is another reason why it's watchable and it's classic. Another quote I've used before even. "I got something real for your ass in these hands, boy."
Oh yeah. He's skinny.
I say that before I play Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat.
He's skinny little lizard.
Man, the insults. There's a lot. You got chump. You got square. Cool breeze. Shrimp fried rice head, chopsticks. Chopsticks is an insult. Did you know that?
But he comes up to them dressed like what would you say? In like, what's that outfit? Like, is that what the hat and everything? Is that Chinese?
So when Bruce Leeroy comes up to them.
Yeah, remember when he walks up to that some dumb guy and he's dressed up like he has the hat and then they take the hat from him.
Yes. He's dressed up like a classic kung fu character from one of the old school Jackie Chan movies. Yeah, his outfit is pretty flawless. It's excellent cosplay.
Who's the master? Oh, brother.
Yeah.
The master. Oh, man. I I just love Shaq. I'll teach you something.
And so the Sum Dum Goy guys, the three Chinese dudes who are not for nothing more blacker than Bruce Leeroy, they talk with, "Ain't no masters, dude. Hey, sucker." The reason why they let him in when he puts on the ridiculous pizza delivery man costume, they clearly know it's him, and he wants to deliver a pizza with bean pie topping, which was just, oh my, no, bean sprouts. The bean sprouts, pizza with bean sprouts. The reason why they let him in is because basically he's the first black person they actually get a chance to talk to, and not. So they let him in, and he can teach them how to play craps the way we do in Harlem, which is craps with hotchkiss.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Did you ever do that?
Oh man, when we played craps with, no, I never played craps with hotchkiss. I never even played craps. There's craps and there's CeeLo. CeeLo's got 3 dice. Craps has 2. Let's not get into the dark side on the podcast.
I love when they were talking about the choreographer is the guy who did Saturday Night Fever, and he was teaching them how to dance.
No way.
Yeah. And then Lee Van Cleef did a lot of the fight choreography. He's the guy that UFC 4 got tapped out by Hoist Gracie in no time.
Robert Van Cleef?
Yeah, Robert Van Cleef. And so Robert Van Cleef, he fought in the UFC.
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
I thought it was Roy Van Cleef.
Roy Van Cleef, thank you. No, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
You mixed me up there. I'm like, wait a second. But yeah, so he fought in the UFC. He fought Hoist Gracie back in the day. And I used to rent those tapes. That's when I first heard about Roy.
No way, man. Yeah. That's awesome.
Like I said, I was that kid renting UFC tapes during hurricane days.
My man Mark, let me ask you this question.
Yeah. Ron Van Cleef.
Okay, so that's strike 3 for us.
Yeah, that's bad.
No, he was tough, man. Ron Van Cleef and the father of Ernie Reyes Jr. He was
also
Sr.
in Surf Ninjas.
Yes. I think that's the only reason why I saw Surf Ninjas, because Ernie Reyes Sr. or Jr. was in it.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. My question for you is in 2 parts. Number 1, did you notice Chaz Parliamentary, and what did you think? And number 2, Bill Macy. Did you notice him?
Yeah, William H. JJ. He never pops up again. Did he get his head busted? They're going to bust my head.
He might have, because she did not show up.
No.
And then it's kidnapping her.
And you never see him again.
That's right. But I think that the menace that he gives to Eddie Arcadian, because you look at Eddie Arcadian, he's this short, paunchy, bald dude. I'm not scared of him, especially not in the 80s. Harlem, you're not gonna come up to me and talk smack. I'll duff you out, even if I'm not Bruce Leeroy. But he's like, look, this is a serious guy, Bill Macy. He's on screen for maybe 3 minutes, but he's just the menace that he increases.
Oh, I love that scene with him. I love it. I didn't notice Palmentary. I read it during the research. I'm like, crap, where is he? But I didn't have time to go back and check it out.
I have been scanning this movie for the last 12 hours. I do not recognize Chaz Palmentary as any character. He's like Hoodlum 1 or Thug 1, and I don't see him.
This is before Bronx Tale.
Yeah. Hey, oh.
Remember the bikers coming to that bar, and then he just locks the door and just looks at them? Like, that's,
Not for nothing. Palmentary settled into, I will play whatever stereotypical Italian gangster role you want. Very quickly.
Give me money.
Yeah. And that's why it was so unusual to see him in, Usual Suspects as a cop.
Oh, yeah, the good cop.
Yeah.
He gets played by Kaiser Sose, though. He gets it bad.
I'm smarter than you, I'm faster than you, and you will never trick me. Verbal Kid. I will make sure that every character that I have will know the name Verbal Kid. That's my limited Chaz Palmentary. Thank you.
Oh, that was perfect. Man. All right, so how about this? Let's take a quick break. And then when we come back, we will talk more The Last Dragon. We'll be right back.
Sho'nuff!
Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks. And you had a great point during the break, Norbert, in that you were talking about like irony hadn't really come around yet. And the characters in this movie are the characters in this movie. Sho'nuff is Sho'nuff. He wants to be the king of Harlem. He wants to be the Shogun of Harlem. You have... Arcadian's the boss. He wants to be the boss. The henchman is the henchman.
That's it.
The nerdy friend is the nerdy friend. The love interest is the love interest. And you know what? I think you just nailed it. That's that's another reason that makes this movie so watchable for me. And that's why I love watching like Too Fast, Too Furious. There's no double crosses. Knight's Tale, no double crosses. Evolution, no double crosses.
Evolution's wonderful.
And
yeah.
like in A Knight's Tale, when he gets great, he doesn't become a jerk and then leave his people behind. You get that whole stupid segment. He's just with this crew the whole time. And I think you nailed it in that. It's just played very straight, very unironically, and you can just enjoy it. And it feels very old school, and I dig it. I dig that about it.
It is. There is. Look, a lot of the entertainment that came out. There's a reason why people regard around the late 90s to the early 2000s as pretty much the golden age of TV and cinema. Because, I mean, recently anyway, because people in those times, people now in movies today, there's so many ulterior motives. We don't know who is doing what and why anymore. There's got to be the twists, the Shyamalan twists.
Yeah.
And so the truth of it is, before The Simpsons came out, irony was reserved for the erudite, for the elite, you could say. Or you'd be like, yeah, whatever. That was the most irony that normal people would do. After The Simpsons, irony goes nuts. Irony is officially dead at this point. This movie, everyone is earnest, everyone is true. Bad guys get their comeuppance. This is why Ted Lasso, people love that. Bad guys get their comeuppance. People have arcs. Even the smallest characters have arcs. The Last Dragon checks all of those boxes. How does Eddie Arcadian's girlfriend have such a great arc, like you mentioned before?
And a full music video.
Yeah, that's right.
Dirty
Apparently,
boys.
She's a Tony Award-winning actress from Guys and Dolls, So she's got chops, But nobody is playing their character as a parody of itself.
Whoa. Yeah.
Everyone is fully committed to who they are, Sho'nuff is a bad dude. He wants total supremacy of Harlem. Even though, I promise you, 1985 Harlem, some dude walking around like Sho'nuff talking about who's the master, he might just get shot up. or he'll get jumped.
Yeah.
At the very least. But to his credit, he doesn't give a damn about any of that. He will punch you in the face and neck until you realize that he is the Shogun of Harlem. That's it. He is committed to that. And so this is why this movie is just perfect.
I mean, I love that. Oh, sorry.
No, that's it. I was just going to say it's an homage to all of the old school kung fu flicks that were really big at the time. There's a good guy, there's a bad guy. Save your girlfriend, Sylvia from Mr. X. Go ahead.
I love when, this is a very heightened world. So the director wanted it to be like a live action cartoon. And I love at the end during the movie theater fight, when random martial artists pop out from the balconies. So This is this weird world where guns aren't used. Remember when the henchman, who later hears the most annoying sound in the world, he pulls a gun and he gets yelled at for pulling out a gun. Like, you idiot.
Right.
Like, we're not doing that. And it's just, I guess it's just a world where
it's not about murder, man.
People
it's about
square
honor.
up and fist fight in this movie.
That's it. Yeah. It's about honor, Shogun is a sociopath, but he's got honor,
Mm-hmm. He fights one-on-one. When he fights that guy, he pulverizes him when he's on the ground, but everyone calls for it. But that was a one-on-one fight. And I'm pretty sure if you go to a Sho'nuff fight club, you're going to get Tyler Durden. And you just, you know there's a chance. So I'm not saying you deserve to get your face crumbled, but if you fight Sho'nuff, you get your face crumbled. It's not a secret.
Once again, 6'7", ridiculous reach. Apparently has the power of the glow. Mm-hmm. Why do you want to fight this dude? This is not, hey, let me see where I'm at in, my martial arts training. This is, I'm ready to die. That man's going to beat you senseless.
I love the dude that gets a kick on him. A guy actually lands a kick, but then I think he gets his ankle broken and bit.
He knocks him down and says, "You will never use this foot again." He twists his ankle in 19 different directions and then bites him on the Achilles tendon. He's insane.
That dude kicked him, though. The dude went after him.
That's right. That's right. As they say, F around and find out. And apparently he did.
You know, he didn't pulverize the guys who just came at him straight up. He was mad at the dude for, I think, kicking him on the ground. So, I mean, if you just rush him, you know, the bum rush is real. I hate that term. I think that term's antiquated and probably not able to. If you rush him, we're
old. That's okay. We're old. Yeah. I got what you're saying.
So if you rush him, he'll kick you in the face. But if you land a strike that hurts him, woo,
you're gonna pay a terrible price. Yeah, absolutely.
And he won't give you props for it. He won't. You know, in some fights, when you land a great punch, the person's like, "All right, I see you. I see that. That was good." This guy just punch your head off.
Sho'nuff, what? Oh no, you did. Oh no, you. I got something for your ass in these hands, boy.
You will never use this.
You will never use this foot again. He had to break it. So, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a different question, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Is Vanity not just the greatest thing to light up a screen?
Okay, yes, she is the greatest. But the sheer
that was a loaded question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's only one answer. She's a very available character, I would say, in this. But you could see what draws her towards Blue. Like she's around JJ, who's like a sniveling turd. She's around like other people. Then you have this really earnest kid who can destroy people, and he's super naive, and she's probably like, this kid, and he runs away from her. Like he doesn't make it easy. Her seduction on him is he disappears a lot. Like she tries to seduce him, and he's like, I'm out. And so he inadvertently plays it really well.
That's right. That's right.
And I think his awkwardness is just is it just south or just north of charming? It's
no, totally. I get what you're saying. You know, he's oh shucks. And she's the woman who, like you said, is just surrounded by a planet of fake people. At the end of the movie,
who covet her.
Yeah, that's right. They want to use her. They don't care about her as a person. Mine. They want to use her. That's it. You know, take your hands off my woman, says Richie. You know, the hairstylist. Oh my God, I can't believe you let yourself get in this condition. Where have you been, Laura? Oh, I was kidnapped.
Yeah.
And assaulted.
Mm-hmm.
They never ask her how she's doing.
Nope.
At the end of the movie, when, spoiler alert, Bruce Leeroy wins, she is disheveled and messed up. Oh, you have to be on air soon. They never once ask her how she's doing.
It's a product.
And so, this is the only guy who cares about her. Surprisingly, you see that when he just talks to her, she's incredibly down to earth. She's super relatable. She's not caught up in the glamour and glitz of being the host of the top video music show in New York City, Seventh Heaven. Anyway,
it's like a Bond villain too, like Lair with the movable thing and like.
It is.
I love it.
It's a weird mix of Soul Train and The Tonight Show.
Mm-hmm.
And in the era of when you like a girl, you make her a mixtape with romance songs, slow jams, and R&B. She makes him a kung fu mixtape.
Yeah, she does. And then he's just doing kung fu, and she's like, yeah.
She's like, that ass is mine. Oh, yeah. And when he runs out, she is sexually frustrated. She's sitting there just, man, I believe this dude left. Hand on her face, shoulder just, body language. It just screams, I thought I was about to get laid. She's the coolest character.
And she's 26 and he's 19.
Right. Oh, and let me tell you, did you know that apparently there was some tension between them on the set? They didn't get along that well.
Really? Well, she was 27, actually.
That's right. According to Taimak, The Last Dragon, an autobiography by Taimak.
Well, the director said Prince had a lot of say with her.
Right.
The director said that, so like she was his kind of, which is sad, but he was her protege, so he got like a lot of say on it.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Go ahead. What
no,
were you
but
gonna say?
I want to hear like why weren't they?
I was going to say you mentioned that Prince had some say in her career, but by the time this movie came out, I believe she had left Vanity 6.
Oh, okay.
But so maybe she realized it. But so the things that he says, Denise and I met during pre-production, and I certainly thought she was beautiful. She was already a bit of a star, the lead singer of a female troupe called Vanity 6 and had a hit song called Nasty Girl. She had even dated Prince. Many women over the years have imitated Denise's attitude and mannerisms from the movie. And so she really made an impact, you know? He said that while we were in rehearsal, Denise and I went on a few dinner dates. We discussed her moving to New York, but I sensed that she was wrapped up in the fluff of Hollywood, which is the total opposite of her character.
Yeah.
She was an intelligent woman, unlike me. She knew her value as a commodity in the entertainment business, and she knew how to market her sex appeal. But she didn't really seem to understand her value as a person. She wasn't serious about acting. I felt that she enjoyed the job more for the glamour than the art. I felt she was a little too eager for stardom and needed to be more grounded. He was trying to get her to like go to acting class, and she was like, whatever, I want to live in Hollywood. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's interesting, though. The director said that the biggest problems he had was getting Taimak to perform. So, I mean, but she was 27. He was 19, right? So you're with this first-time actor. You've already seen fame. You've already probably, 27 in Hollywood years is old.
Yeah.
Not like,
man.
I'm not saying like in general, anybody on this planet, right? You see child actors when they're 27, they probably look 48. It's, if you've been working in the industry, you've probably been aged, I know what it's like. So I don't know, maybe, different ages, different types of lifestyles, I guess. He's a lot younger.
Yeah, totally, man. He says, I felt that she behaved like a prima donna, and I was just over it. I had no intention of being a puppy dog like the rest of the guys on set. We didn't communicate very well, and we barely even spoke to each other for the first week. When I got really annoyed with her, Barry or my acting coach would take me to the side and explain to me how to deal with the tense situation. The friction between us was over silly stuff. I wanted to stand up in the scene. She wanted me to sit down. Little things like that, Denise and I continued to have a strained working relationship all the way up to our kissing scene. I decided I was going to set things straight when we kissed, and I put a lot of energy into the moment. It kind of cooled off after that. So
interesting.
He gives her a nice shout out. In the end, though, Denise's story is somewhat tragic. While I'm writing this book, she passed away at the young age of 57 from renal failure caused by years of drug use. She went through a lot of struggles in Hollywood, and the entertainment industry wasn't easy on her. However, she had the courage to be honest about her problems in life and shared them with the world so that she could ultimately live a life of service. Nobody's perfect. She did the best she could under the circumstances. She ended up being, born-again Christian.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man, the industry's tough. I mean, if you...
I believe it.
And, just getting that fame around those people, I've been on a lot of sets, and you can't really talk about them, but it's just the influences in your life. The people are always doting on you. I mean, you get a ride to your trailer, you get your food brought to you, you get this, that, and the other. It becomes a very different lifestyle, I would say. So if you're younger and by the time, she was young when she kicked off, just like anybody, it's just a tough industry. Yeah. So I'm glad he wrote that. That's cool that you came around.
It was really nice. It was really nice, But 10 years of crack cocaine and drug abuse ruined her kidneys. And so this is what led to her. She died of basically illegal drugs, and Prince died of legal drugs in the same year. But I'm not saying she's the greatest actress in the world. I'm not saying she's the greatest singer in the world. But when she's on the screen, you can't take your eyes off her. She's gorgeous. The smile is brilliant. You look like a master to me. Oh my God. Oh.
I mean, that's what, she nails those scenes. And, that's what the director wanted. He basically just said, Michael Schultz said he wanted to have two really good looking, people on screen together. He wanted to have two good looking people, good role models. And he's like, that's funny what you said about Vanity too. He's like, on a lot of the people on stage just they were fans.
The girl is hot. And apparently she was in a movie called Tanya's Island, which is basically just her walking around naked for a long portion of the film. It is only available on Amazon.
Jeez,
I am thinking about buying Amazon Prime.
He told some interesting stories, though. So they had 40 days to make this movie, and that's a pretty long shoot. That's not bad. I mean, the toughest part is, but they had to build a stage that wasn't a stage, and it was next to train tracks. So,
oh God.
Yeah. So the problem with retrofitting a stage is, and sorry if I'm being redundant out there to you, Norbert, or anybody else, but so when I first started in the industry in Atlanta, we have Pinewood now. So when I went to Pinewood, you could be inside on a stage and a truck drives by, you don't hear it. It's just beautifully insulated, right?
Wow.
But when you are on other stages, right, you take abandoned warehouses, or you take half of a storage plant that isn't using that half anymore. The problem is, if you drop a wrench, you're going to hear it 100 yards away. If a truck starts outside, you're going to hear it. So there's a lot of problems inherent with just retrofitting a warehouse. Now it's cheaper than building like all hands on deck stage, like a beautiful stage, and that we have that here now, and that's why studios are coming. But yeah, so we had to talk about how there's noise all the time making it, but it was cheap. So it's like you can have what's this movie? There's one Cut of the Dead. He's like, I'm fast and I'm cheap. No, I'm fast, cheap, and good. Like, I'm not like, you can have greatness, you can have speed and cheap, or you can be great and spend money and not be cheap. It was just a funny thing. But yeah, so he talked about how they had problems with that. But then he also talked about how, so New York is union, right? So in Georgia,
yeah,
unions are definitely moving in now, but it wasn't really like that. But on this shoot, he was like, yeah, we have black director, black producer, black stars. But he's like, the entire crew is white because of the unions. So it's like mom and pop. He's like, so I want to go back there and shoot a movie with more of a unique crew. But he was just laughing about it. He's like, you should see these guys, like the crew members on set on these days, with their cargo shorts sitting around, just grumpy New Yorkers, union guys working on this film. He didn't seem to enjoy it.
Can we get this going over here? Yeah, I ordered a bagel last week over there.
He didn't seem to enjoy it too much. But but whenever people talk about crew members and like unions and people who are kind of brought in, mom and pop, father and son type stuff, I see it so clearly. It's just, I know, but I'm telling you, you should listen to the commentary. Schultz is so smart. He's so cool.
I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
Also, Singleton's, I don't know why I keep bringing up Too Fast, Too Furious, but I listen to John Singleton's commentary on Too Fast, Too Furious, and I love that. That dude's awesome. You watch Too Furious and you're like, Too Fast, Too Furious, listen to the commentary, like, this is the best movie ever made. And this guy.
Rest in peace. Singleton, he also left us early.
24 years old, got nominated for director, best director.
Yeah.
That's sick.
These movies were hardcore, man. Boys in the Hood and that.
Four Brothers.
What do you think about the music, though, man?
Because sorry, I keep going off on Too Fast, Too Furious. No, DeBarge. I love the DeBarge music video. I think DeBarge, he did a pretty good job lip syncing.
Oh yeah.
Very 80s, but he did a good job.
Family is from Michigan. They are basically the Michigan version of the Jackson family, but instead of the child abuse, the beatings from the father, they just ended up all on drugs.
Oh man.
Either selling drugs or using them, man. And DeBarge, he got caught up in some drugs, and the time, who's Johnny? She says, that's DeBarge also, man. He was just the go-to guy for a very brief amount of time to make a theme song for your movie.
Rhythm of the Night, though. Come on.
It was great.
Like, it was great. Diane Warren wrote it. Like, that's a... Yeah.
The wrote the theme for Star Trek Enterprise, wrote the gonna be to the rhythm of that.
And then, like Dirty Boys. I mean, that's a hard...
Dirty Books.
Is that the name of the song, Dirty Boys?
Dirty Books.
Oh, Dirty Books?
The premise is she opens her husband's briefcase and finds porn in it.
Wait, that's the... Oh, wow. Okay.
So she's singing dirty books. I found them dirty. I found them. Now that I have seen them all, boom, boom. You want me to participate? Boo doo doo doo. It's a really subversive.
Oh gosh. You are right. Dirty Books. I thought you were singing Dirty Boys.
Body oil and roller skates. Boo doo doo doo. It's a filthy song, man. For the time, yeah. Yeah, and it was a joke. And again, she's a Tony Award winner.
And she pulls it.
I was about to say, commitment. Everyone is committed. So she pulls that off. That's her singing. That's actually her singing. No auto-tune or whatnot, as opposed to Seventh Heaven, the theme to Seventh Heaven, Vanity. Yeah. Whatever prototype auto-tune they had, it was all over that song. You can't understand a word she says.
No.
She's just.
I got a Razzie Award. I don't know if you know that.
So, I thought it was just
nominee. Last Dragon and Seventh Heaven were nominated.
That's too bad, man.
But then Rhythm of the Night was nominated for a Golden Globe.
look, to me, it's all the same damn song.
I love that song, man. The Last Dragon. I dig it. It's fun.
You are Last Dragon.
That's good. It's an
Yeah,
earworm.
It is. It is. And it tells the plot of the story in the lyrics, not unlike a Will Smith song that would later just blow up and go platinum multi times. He's like, I can't teach you no more. That's
If anything becomes an earworm, it shouldn't be nominated for a Razzie. But Rhythm of the Night, Dirty Books, like that song is embarrassingly bad, but it's done incredibly well. Like that's
it.
You're watching that lady, and so she's, you know what's interesting about her, that character, she's really played like just a goof. But you watch that video and you're kind of thinking, she's not bad. She's not.
No, not at all. And then when they play the song where Eddie Arcadian and Rocco take over Seventh Heaven, when they play the song Fire, Fire, you realize it didn't take much to be a great 80s singer, you know, because apparently that was a high quality song, and she's okay.
Oh,
she
that lady. Yeah. No, that one had no personality.
Nah.
I can't even remember I've watched that movie a bunch of times in the last couple of weeks. I don't remember a single lyric from that song.
And that's the thing. That was put up as the opposite of Dirty Books. That was a quality song, Fire by Charlene. And I would rather listen to Dirty Books right now.
After all my research, I can't believe I missed out on Dirty Books. Ugh.
We love you. That's why Norbert is here to save you, man. This is what we do.
I mess up so many songs, though, man. Like, you know that, oh, what a night, late. I always used to sing Late September, but it's late December. I just mixed up so many songs. And like, the 21st night of September, I messed that up. Like, I would say like the 25th night of, like 25th night. Like, Mark, it's 21st night. Is it 21st night of September?
Listen, misinterpreted song lyrics, it is a thing, and this is the reason why so many people just get drunk and sing, so they don't have to worry about what they're saying.
Sweet Caroline.
Bop, bop, bop. That's not a lyric, but everyone says that.
You know that was in a 90s cover band, right?
No.
Yeah, so in college, our friends were in an 80s cover band. They were called Ray Gun. And we were like thinking, okay, well, we'll open up for them because it's that easy. So I compiled a ragtag crew, and we called ourselves Johnny Party and the Furious Funksters. Perfect name.
It's too much.
And we went and took like promo photos. I had a mohawk at the time. I had a big mohawk. We had Johnny Party, and the name was Johnny Party because Johnny Party was the chillest dude you'll ever meet. He would party, but he wasn't Johnny Party, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And so one time he's like, they should call us Johnny Party and the Furious Funksters. Like, yeah, it's fine, let's do it. So we were that. And we did like Damn It by Blink-182. They wouldn't let me sing a lot of songs. Like, Mark, you can't hit any of these. So we did Damn It. We did Nevermind. Say It Ain't So by Weezer. Like kind of alt hits. But I couldn't hit most of the lines. So when the song.
That's insane. These are not great singers.
So then like, no, I would hit it, but there's problems like father, stepfather, your son. I would just stick the mic out to the crowd. Everyone knew the lines. So then
that's dope. That's what you're supposed to do.
And then so what happened was we brought in more people than the main band because we were just a one-off, but we were just like drunk and having fun and people loved us. And so we kind of stole some thunder from Ray Gun. So then we kept doing shows and the shows kept filling up. And then we started, like, we did some sororities parties. Like they would pay us like $300, 5 of us.
Yeah, that's paper. Yeah.
And then we would just show up, do like some Santeria and like we would like some Proclaimers and all that crap. And then I had my mohawk.
500 miles. You can sing that.
And yeah, exactly. And then I shaved my mohawk and started wearing like a bandana, and like wearing like West Coast Chopper shirts that didn't have any sleeves, and people didn't like that iteration of me. So then we disbanded.
Because you look like a reject from the Warriors.
Yeah, exactly. They liked the mohawk, and I would wear like the pearl snap Texas shirts, like the long sleeve ones. That was like my gimmick. And people love the gimmick.
The same reason why people love The Last Dragon is why people love you, man. You can't be anything but yourself. You are earnest and true. And you commit. You commit to the road, brother. You commit to the role.
I think that's what we did. We knew, so we called ourselves the 1:50 a.m. band.
Nice.
When the bars close at 2 a.m.
Right. You know, everyone's wasted, so it doesn't matter what you do. I've been there before.
Yeah, and so we would like put us on at 1:30. By then, everyone's just like, Sweet Caroline, not even the song we're singing.
Exactly.
And then I realized I was singing Nirvana wrong the entire time. I don't remember all. I think I did Lit. I don't remember. Flagpole Sitta, I think we did.
Yeah.
I only remember 3 of them.
It's not like Cobain was sitting there enunciating. What do you mean?
Yeah, you could sing, and then once it got hard, I would just put it out to the crowd. And
Exactly.
we did Better Man too. And so the best part is, right, our guitarist, our lead guitarist, he never nailed the guitar solo, and it became a theme in our shows. Like, he would try to do it, but he'd probably have like 84 quarts of beer in him. And so one time 2 guys drank a bottle of Sailor Jerry before it. And so he would bomb every guitar solo, and everyone would laugh. It was a theme. But then the Better Man, when he did it, he nailed the Better Man guitar solo, and no one knew what to do. Everyone was just watching him, and then he's like, ding, 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 and we're like, whoa, like, Paul just did it. And we had a really bad show, and he told me, Mark, he goes, Mark, when you get famous, I'm going to blackmail you with this. And like, nothing to get me in trouble, just really bad singing.
So I ruined your political career. That's it.
Like, so it's one of those things. If people hear me singing Nirvana, they're gonna be like, "Get out of here!" Like, this is irredeemable. So
no way.
It's he's like, I'm gonna get you with this tape whenever you make it big. So I've been staying under the radar ever since then.
I was just about to say, man, as your podcast and your writing gets mentioned on the AV Club, you're looking over your shoulder now.
Paul comes out, drops that thing. Oh, I sure
I
hope
got
not.
the tape.
Yeah, but yeah, that was our band. We'd rarely practice, and we basically disbanded after I shaved my mohawk.
As it should have been, quite frankly.
I was relying on a gimmick, man, but the gimmick worked.
As you know, I've been in multiple bands, so
Yeah, the Korea.
You do what you got to do, man.
I think
I've been in bands, continents.
The first night I went out with you guys in Korea. You were performing, and I picked Wong Upside Down.
Yeah, that must have been during the Rage Against the Machine.
I had him upside down, and I barely knew the guy.
It's because Wong, maybe he weighs as much as a 3-pack of beer. The guy was slight.
I was carrying him around for most of the night.
That's right. We've all lifted up Wong at one time, man. It's a good luck charm.
But hey, so we got to do something real quick. So we were talking about this, and this is something I'd love to get off the ground. And if you're listening to the podcast, please send in your squad. But Norbert, I want to build a top, so you're in a competition, right? You're going to Mortal Kombat. You're going to a tournament where Otherworld has won 9 of them, and if they win this 10th one, they're going to take over the world. But the tournament is 5 rotten movies, according to Rotten Tomatoes, that have a 60% or lower score. And it's a tournament thing. Your 5 movies go up against their 5 movies. Goro picks 5 movies. He picks, let's see, he picks I Am Number 4. He picks...
Oh my God, I Am Number 4.
His 4 arms. 4
that
brothers.
Was 2 on the nose.
Yeah.
I know.
Fast 4. Goro's favorite movies.
Oh my God.
That's a good one. I'm tweeting that. That one's funny.
Yeah, you have to.
All right, so I want to hear your 5, then I'll put together my 5. And if you're listening, send in your 5 because I want to know.
Okay, so here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
Listen, I stake my honor on these movies. They are all watchable and rewatchable and quotable. First one, of course, the topic of the podcast, The Last Dragon. Second one, 2010 version, The A-Team.
Yes.
I constantly read people just dragging this movie and just setting it on fire. And I always think to myself, have you ever watched this TV show? Right? Mm-hmm. This is not high art,
Patrick Wilson as a villain, a drunk villain.
Yeah. Not only Patrick Wilson as a villain, but most of the original cast who are still alive, cameos. If you get the unrated version, the direct.
Quentin Jackson, Rampage.
Yeah, he's excellent as Mr. T. And inspired casting with Liam Neeson as Hannibal. Quite frankly, inspired casting. Okay. Charlton Copley as Murdoch, and Face. What's his name? Bradley Cooper. He nails it.
Yeah.
He nails it.
There's a tank.
And I was just thank you. Say it. You say it.
The tank scene.
Yeah.
That gives it a 150% score.
They fly a tank. I'm sorry. I just lost it there. So anyway, The Last Dragon, The A-Team 2010, Blown Away. 1994 is Blown Away. I watch this movie constantly because it has Jeff Bridges, doing a bad Boston accent. It has his father doing a bad Boston accent. And then, for no reason, Tommy Lee Jones is doing a bad Irish accent. It is amazing. And all they do is play U2, and I still haven't found what I'm looking for. That is hilarious. It is rewatchable. And frankly, a lot of shit blows up in this movie.
Mean ending, from what I recall.
And dark. Yeah. And dark. End of Days, 1999, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Gabriel Byrne is the devil.
So good.
So that's it.
His intro in that movie is very memorable.
The look that he gives that guy, that look will freeze a flamethrower. That was the dirtiest look I've ever seen in movie. And then finally, Beverly Hills Cop 2, because I'm sorry, there are only 2 bad Beverly Hills Cop movies. I'm sorry. Wait, there's 1, 2, and 3. There's no 4, right?
Not yet.
Okay, good. Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop 3 is trash. Beverly Hills Cop 2 is literally Control C, Control V of Beverly Hills Cop 1. It cannot be a bad movie. And they have Brigitte Nielsen in it, for Christ's sake. You know?
That movie made so much money. Oh.
The movie's great.
Yeah, I love Eddie Murphy.
It's not original. That's why it's called Beverly Hills Cop 2. Get over it. It's a great movie. Full stop.
Can I tell you something controversial? I would take Beverly Hills Cop 2 over Bad Boys 2 any day.
Oh, 100%. 100%. You know? I mean...
They're different movies, but I still like Beverly Hills Cop 2 more.
Well, it's because Bad Boys 1 had kind of a grimy feel to it.
A cheap
kind of exactly, kind of B movie-ish.
Yeah,
right.
Some bubblicious.
Bad Boys 2, they're taking themselves incredibly seriously, and Gabrielle Union is smoking hot, of course. But then the movie ends with them driving a Hummer through a hovel in Cuba.
They kill about 4,000 people in there.
And there are no consequences. And then it's just like, yeah, ride or die. Dude, you're a murderer, son. You murdered the innocent. You have entered a foreign country and upon foreign soil murdered their citizens. You've gone beyond Rambo even. like, I don't celebrate you.
For years, it's always like, hey, what do you want? Give me some bubblicious. Give me some bubblicious. And some Skittles.
That's it.
Mike Lowry.
Michael Lowry. Okay.
All right. So, my 5. This is too easy, but I'm going to say Deep Blue Sea, 59%.
Like a shark fin. Yep. 100%.
You were on that show. Listen to the episode. It's called Animal Brain Stabbing Practice is your episode. So that's that. I'm going to say The Last Dragon.
I can't teach you no more.
We got to have that. Then I'm going to say Event Horizon.
Oh, mint.
28%. This is controversial. What? And this, yeah, exactly. I have big news about Event Horizon. I'll let you know soon. And then we have, this might cost me votes, but this movie has one of the greatest all-time cinema scores, holds, it kind of hits 4 quadrants. I love it. I'm going to take National Treasure. Nick Cage.
I have never seen that movie.
It's very earnest. It's like, man, I think there's just a theme running through me here. Like, you know what I like too is Deep Blue Sea. There's no double crosses. Everyone's their character.
That's right.
Last Dragon. Everyone's their character. Event Horizon. No one turns.
No, it's not a betrayal, man. He's had this darkness inside him since the suicide of his wife.
Mm-hmm.
So it works, man. I always want to see the extended version of that movie, but we can't, because we get an extended version of Batman versus Superman, whatever crap.
Well, no, you know what happened? They put in they got rid of a lot of the copies of Event Horizon because the studio hated it. Then they found it in a salt mine in Transylvania, so they're trying to make it better now, which is crazy. God! So I have National Treasure, but you have to understand when that movie came out at an A cinema score, it was a 4-quadrant movie. People went back to watch it. It held on to the first spot for 4 weeks. Huge hit.
It was awesome.
My 5th one, Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift.
I have never seen any of those. And I have been on the ride in Universal Studios. Explain to me.
Wait. Have you watched Too Fast, Too Furious?
I've seen 0 of the Fast franchise.
You've never... Dude, Too Fast, Too Furious, Paul Walker, Tyrese, Ludacris, Devin Aoki. It's amazing. Cole Hauser's the bad guy. He plays Eva Mendes is in it. Yeah, it's good, dude. It's fun. Okay. But I'm going to take Tokyo Drift because Too Fast, Too Furious is my favorite of all the Fast movies. And I'm not saying as a hipster, I just enjoy it the most. But Tokyo Drift is not a 37% movie, man. So this this kid Lucas Black goes over to Japan, and he just kind of finds this cool family of racers. There's no double crosses. This family kind of takes him in. Little Bow Wow's in it, but you get Sung Kang in it. This guy, he plays this dude named Han, and he shows up later in 4, 5, 6. But he's this really cool dude. He's kind of like this mentor to him, a Obi-Wan type. And it's just, I love how in Japan it is. Like, it's very, you go to these locations, you see it, it feels authentic. There's racing, there feels like a good family. It's very different. When I went to go see it in 2006, and so you're like, oh, Lucas Black, this country kid goes over. But then you get Han being this awesome dude. You get this different world. I'm like, man, this is unique and fresh. And I think people hate it because it's not a fast, like, it's tied in now. A lot of the characters from that are going to be in the 9th film. But
so there's a lot of world building is what you're saying.
But it's so good, man. And Sung Kang's performance is so good. So like I showed Megan we watched all the Fast movies because I've done a bunch of data articles, and I think that's her favorite. Like, it's good. It's really good, man. It's different. The actress, Nathalie Emmanuel, she's in it. She's really good. I like Lucas Black. That kid's fine. He has like this good. You know what I like about Lucas Black is like I feel like he would hit you with a wrench.
There's a good chance that name sounds violent. Lucas Black.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, and I think Sung Kang's good in it, and also Justin Lin. He had directed a movie called Better Luck Tomorrow with John Cho, Sung Kang. It's a really excellent movie if you haven't watched it. Like, I can't promote it. I couldn't promote it more. I adore it. And so he went up and he stepped up and he directed this movie, Tokyo Drift, and he really did a great job. And he went to do 4, 5, and 6, so like some of the best in the franchise. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do Deep Blue Sea, The Last Dragon, Event Horizon, National Treasure, Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift.
Okay, and I will say Beverly Hills Cop 2, Blown Away, End of Days, Last Dragon, and the A-Team 2010. I'm going to watch the A-Team 2010 right now.
I love it.
Christ's sake.
Hey, so any final thoughts before we get out of here about Last Dragon?
One of my favorite parts of this movie that always makes me crack up is after Bruce Leeroy saves Laura Charles from the initial assault in the limousine when they try to kidnap her. They go back to Eddie Arcadian with all these lumps and bruises. Boss, we're so sorry. There were 20 guys. There were 20 guys. Yeah, black guys. And they all turn to the black guy in their crew for confirmation. And he's like, yes, they were big. Just continuing that movie thing of just we blame black people for crime. So that part always makes me laugh. That was a real comic moment.
Yes, they were big.
Oh, yeah. Man. Oh, yeah, they're huge. Yeah, huge.
I do dislike all the fist punching, catching in this movie. That's like, you know, when you throw a punch and someone just catches it, it's just hit him with the other fist. Like, you're not,
You gotta. No, man. Again. Who's the master?
Yeah.
Have you forgotten?
Sho'nuff.
You don't question Sho'nuff. In his ability.
So much fist catching. It's just, that's not even a good strike because you're leaving a whole side of you open.
Yes, you are.
And it's just.
But you're just surprised. Holy shit! This dude caught my fists.
I guess it's a good visual.
Yeah.
I was a bouncer for years, and I've seen many fists be thrown, and no one's ever come close to catching. They've got a fist in their face.
I was just about to say, admittedly, you being a bouncer, you're not seeing fists thrown with people prepared. A lot of these are sucker punches, right?
Yeah, well, so there's a lot of peacocking. If a fight doesn't break out in the first 3 seconds, it won't happen. Then it's just two guys going, you push me, you push me.
Come at me, bro.
And I would just sit there sometimes and watch it. I'm like, these guys aren't going to do anything. And I'd just sit there like, I would too. I could predict them. It's always that it happens. Like, you see, this is what it's like. You're standing there, then you see a disturbance on the dance floor, and you're like, oh, there it goes. Okay. Like that's how it starts. Fast. Real fast. But if it gets to the point where they're pushing each other 18 times, everyone just turns their back. Like, it's in Star Wars when that guy gets his arm cut off and everyone just goes back to business as normal. That's what people do when people start pushing.
Yeah, man. And again, have any of these people been trained as Sho'nuff? No.
Just, I hate punches. I hate fist catches in movies.
No one likes you. There, I've said it.
It's fine.
Just kidding.
I'm gonna go sit in a dark room tonight and just drink some cheap blended scotch and.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
Rocking back and forth.
You bastard. I'll show you a fist catch.
But, all right. I guess my final thought is Bruce Leeroy, I think, is an underrated character. I know a lot of people love Sho'nuff. I mean, he's a legend, that character. I mean, everyone. You say Last Dragon, people go Sho'nuff. But I think Just the kid, I don't know, I like his performance. I think he's earnest. I like it. I think it's good. I think everything works. The director worked magic with this. He had a 40-week shoot or 40-day shoot. He took some kind of inexperienced actors and he did a great job. So I applaud him for it. And I'm really happy I got to talk about this movie.
Thank you, sir. That's right. And Taimak was also in Roadhouse, inspired by the movie off Broadway. And we got to see Butt. His butt is flawless. That man is the definition of black don't crack. I'm telling you right now. The show was called Roadhouse, the stage version of the cinema classic that starred Patrick Swayze, except this one stars Taimak from the 80s cult classic The Last Dragon wearing a blonde mullet wig. I swear to God, that's
both good dancers.
Yes. And he totally commits to this, and it was great. I saw this in New York, off Broadway.
Pain don't hurt. Pain don't. And he did a tour for Madonna, choreographed it.
Nice.
Dude could dance. All right, well, thank you for joining me, man.
Good night, my brother. Love.
All right, so for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for Norbert Sho'nuff Morvan, this is Movie Songs and Flicks. We'll see you next week.
Sho'nuff!